Good morning. I know the light's not right on my face, but you know what I look like, and I wanted you to see this beautiful bridge this morning. Today we're going to talk about bridges and how God gives us bridges. You're going to hear some traffic because this is a working bridge. There's people going to work. I'm up in Vermont. I come up here a few times a year to do recording music for other people's projects. And I knew this covered bridges here, so I knew the next time I came up here, I wanted to talk about bridges with you. This is a covered bridge. We have some of them where we live in Berks County, and they're beautiful. I just walked across it, and this is going over a beautiful river. You can see it's late fall in Vermont, which is up in New England. But the story I was thinking about today about bridges is from the book of Exodus in the Bible. Exodus is the second book in the Bible, and there's stories in there about a prophet named Moses. Moses was a leader of a group of people called the Israelites. He kind of helped them, and there was a lot of drama going on. Now, there's a lot of drama and stress going on in our lives today in 2021. But it's interesting as you read the Bible, you still see how there was drama and a lot of the same problems back then that we have today. So there was some fighting, and there were some people fighting over where they would live. So there was this group of people called the Egyptians, and they wanted to get the Israel people. So the Israel people were running away from them, and Moses was leading them, and God was helping Moses. So at one point they got to a big sea. There's water, and there was no way they could get across. I mean, we're talking about before Jesus was born. It's not exactly like we had, different ways to get across water like we do today. So Moses got a message from God. And here's the verse I'm going to read to you. Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea. I know this is just a river. And all that night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind and turned it into dry land. The waters were divided, and the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground with a wall of water on their right and on their left. So God said, gonna get rid of the water? Go ahead, knock yourselves out, get across this thing. And they did. But then those Egyptians still wanted to come get them. So the Israelites, this is later in the chapter, verse 29. But the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground with a wall of water on their right and on their left. That day the Lord saved Israel from the hands of the Egyptians, and Israel saw the Egyptians lying on the shore. When the Israelites saw the mighty hand of the Lord displayed, the people feared the Lord and put their trust in him and in Moses, their servant. So this is just an example in the Old Testament, stories from way long time ago, about how God helped the people that he loves and cares for be safe. And it made me think about us, how we also want to be safe, and how God helps us be safe. So think about times that maybe you were scared or you needed God to help you with something, and then something happened to make everything okay again. Maybe that was a bridge, not an actual bridge like this one, but a bridge, some way God helped you get through a hard time. So this whole scene and this story reminds me of a beautiful song written in the 1970s called Bridge Over Troubled Waters by two folk singers, Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel. And it talks about a bridge over troubled waters. Now these are not troubled waters, but we could think about troubled waters as being when we're having a hard time with things and how God helps us. So think of God as our bridge. And when you're having a hard time, pray to him. Maybe he can help. So let's say a quick prayer now. Dear God, thank you for bridges. Thank you for helping us get through hard times. And thank you for the stories in the Bible, like the ones about Moses, that help us to understand you better. Thank you. Amen. So yes. So look around your home. Maybe you'll find some bridges near you too. Take care.